What's going on, guys? Chad with Arc Hunter. I'm here with another backyard backpacking gear review. We're not in the backyard today. It's a little windy outside, so we're going to take a look at this saw here in the garage where it's a little easier to film. And this saw is going to be the Gomboy Silky Saw 240, and I believe it's the saw with the medium teeth. There is a large tooth version. The only place that I've been able to find it so far is on Amazon. This is a Japanese-made pruning saw. It's originally made for pruning. But it's a great saw. It is closed. It's a little over 10 inches, and the blade here is about 9.5 inches, and then this is about right at 10 inches, the handle. And then one thing that I do like about this saw is it's got a rubbery grip, and it's got some studs here, some raised rubber studs. It definitely allows for some good grip, and it's got some good handle purchase here, and your hand's definitely not going anywhere when you're sawing the logs. And again, I use this for backpacking, not for pruning, but it's got two positions here, if you notice, and this is going to be your blade lock here and your release. So when you open it up, it's going to lock into that first notch right there. And that's how most people are going to use it, and that's how I use it most of the time. However, it's got this second notch right here that it'll lock into. So it's more like that, which I didn't think I was going to use a whole lot at first. But I did find it handy when I was sawing logs that were flat on the ground, and it allowed a little more ease of use, and so I could put a little more torque on it. So it was a little more efficient that way, and it locks in pretty good. It's not going anywhere. The blade is flexible, which you do want, but I haven't had it bend on me at all. The one thing that I do like about this saw is the teeth. As you can see, they kind of curve backwards, and as you can tell, as it's running across my thumb here, it's not catching. Then as you pull back, it catches on the thumb. So as you're sawing through the log, it's going to be smooth, and then when you draw it back, that's when you're going to get your cut. And it's very efficient. It definitely provides for extremely smooth cut on the wood, and which definitely comes in handy when you're pruning. However, I'm not using it for pruning, but if that's what your intended use is, it's going to be great for that. Like I said, it provides for extremely smooth cut, which when you're backpacking, nobody really cares about that. But this, paired with a decent fixed blade knife, a full tang knife, I use the buck punk, is going to be great for getting to that dry firewood, especially in the winter time. You know, sawing down the wood with the Gomboy here, and using your knife to get into the drier wood, the baton into the drier wood. And I almost said Laplander there, and the reason being is because compared to the Baco Laplander, this is a very comparable saw. There's some advantages and disadvantages to this saw compared to the Laplander. This is going to give you a little more length, a little more cut. So it's a little more efficient than the Laplander. The handle gives you a little more purchase than the Laplander does, and as well as the teeth. If you can see here, it's got 2 rows of teeth that are staggered. The Laplander only has 1. And it's also got that extra positioning here. The disadvantages is this is it's a bigger saw. So if you're worried about space in your pack, this is going to be a little bit bigger of a saw. This is also a little heavier as well. This is going to be 9.6 ounces. I can't say exactly how heavy the Laplander is. My buddy has one, and it's definitely going to be a lighter saw than the Gomboy here. One minor gripe that I have, and it's not a big deal, is when you close it, because of the flexibility of this blade, you may catch the rubber there. So you just gotta guide it in to the groove right here to close it. Not a big deal. But if I can find it, I'll go ahead and put some footage of me using the saw on here. But it's got a little lanyard hole here. So all in all, it's a decent little saw. Haven't had any problems with it yet. Haven't, you know, it seems high quality, definitely. But I definitely recommend this saw for anybody that's wanting a more efficient saw in the woods, even if you're using it for its intended purposes of pruning. So recommend the saw, and that's going to be about it. But I thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, helps out the channel immensely. But I will be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.